friends, I'm here back to give you some suggestion for ICSE 2025 chemistry paper, which is going to be next week. So students, do remember that you have to learn chapter wise and what are the important points for those all chapters I'm going to say in this video. Fine, so stay tuned and please accordingly you can study for your board examination. So first of all, I like to talk about the chapter called periodic table, the first chapter. In that, do learn some definitions of like electronegativity, electron affinity, ionization potential, and some reasoning question based on ionization potential and electron affinity. Then you have to learn the periodic property, okay, like atomic size, radii, metallic character, non-metallic character, electronegativity, electron affinity, ionization potential, along with nuclear charge. Then you learn about increasing and decreasing order of the periodic property, what happens in the period and in the group, whether they will increase or decrease. So increasing, decreasing order can be asked from it. And some objective questions will be asked from your alkali metal group, that is group 1, and halogen group, that is group 17, remember. Apart from that, do learn the definition of bridge element. It may be asked. Another you can solve from 10 years to get the idea about. Next chapter name is chemical bonding. In that you should learn the reasoning question based on electrovalent compound and covalent compound. Then you have to learn the Lewis structure for electrovalent compound, in which you can give importance to magnesium chloride, and in covalent compound you can give importance to methane, carbon tetrachloride, ammonia to make the Lewis structure. To learn the definition of lone pair, and do remember nitrogen has how many lone pair, oxygen has how many lone pair, and your halogen contains how many lone pair in it. Objective question may be based on those questions. Remember the difference between polar, non-polar, covalent compound, and the only polar covalent compound which conducts electricity in aqueous state is HCl. Remember that. You can say aqueous HCl or dilute HCl. Then in coordinate bond, do learn the definition again and learn the Lewis structure of ammonium ion and hydronium ion. Out of two, one may be asked in your examination, but learn both. Then we go to the chapter called acid, bases and salt. In that you give utmost importance to the properties of acid. Okay, just properties of acid, you look nicely. In the base, you can remember the definition of base and what does alkali means, and your that much is enough. And in acid also you learn about definition and its classification, especially strong and weak acid. Then about your acid has basicity, you all know that. So learn the examples of monobasic, dibasic and tribasic acid. Then in salt you have to give utmost importance to the preparation of salt and definition of salts, like of normal salt, acidic salt and basic salt. And do learn your preparation of salt properly, and you can practice from 10 years for that. Then comes analytical chemistry, which is based on colors and reactions, and all the questions will be based on those two only. So learn the reactions and colors properly. Then comes mole concept. In mole concept you should give more importance to problem based on chemical equations. After that, mole concept, and you may get some objective question from Avogadro's law or from empirical and molecular formula, and there might be one objective question even from vapor density. Do learn that. Then Gay-Lussac's law. After which we come to the next chapter called your metallurgy. You learn the extraction of aluminum properly. Okay, extraction of aluminum should be learned properly, the whole thing in detail. Then composition of alloy, and remember the minor definition like roasting, calcination and all apart from that. Okay, in electrolysis we have 7 stories and basic fundamentals. So first I like to say, do remember electrochemical series of cation and anion for objective. Remember the example of strong and weak electrolyte, even the difference between question or for objective. Remember the definition of electrolysis and why it is called redox reaction. Okay, then there are 7 stories, as I said you. Electrolysis of molten lead bromide, electrolysis of acidulated water, electrolysis of copper sulfate solution using copper electrode as well as platinum electrode, then electrorefining of copper, electroplating of an article by silver, and electroplating of an article by nickel. So learn the reactions of anode cathode properly. You may get 3 minimum out of 7 stories, okay, in this chapter. Then comes your study of compounds. In the study of compounds, in ammonia, do learn properly the industrial preparation of ammonia, that is through Haber's process, even its lab preparation, okay, from ammonium chloride and calcium hydroxide, even from metal nitrides like aluminum nitride and magnesium nitride. When you react with steam, you get ammonia. So that preparation part is very important from ammonia. In the reaction, do learn the reaction of ammonia with copper oxide or metal oxide in general, we can say. Along with that, you learn the reaction of ammonia with chlorine. Sometimes ammonia is axis, sometimes chlorine is axis. So what you're going to get the different product that you remember, okay? Then we go to HCl. In HCl, do learn its lab preparation, how we convert non-volatile to volatile acid, and how we can prepare hydrogen chloride gas at first, and how it can be converted with the help of funnel experiment to liquid HCl. Then in the property, you learn its reactions based on acidic property. Then apart from that, you learn the reaction of HCl with silver nitrate solution and with lead nitrate solution. Okay, those are like important. Then its test is important, obviously, so learn the test for HCl also. Now when you go to the nitric acid, learn the industrial preparation of nitric acid through Oswald process and how it is prepared from your potassium nitrate and sodium nitrate from in the lab. Okay, that has to be learned. Apart from that, in the property, you learn the reaction properly. Reaction of concentrated nitric acid with carbon, reaction of concentrated nitric acid with sulfur, reaction of concentrated nitric with copper, and there is two reaction with copper with nitric acid, one with dilute, one with learn both. And ring test, remember one of its test, which is very important for nitric acid. Okay, and remember the meaning of aqua regia. What does that mean? Then in sulfuric acid, when you come, you learn about its preparation is not so important this year, but like go with the properties properly. Non-volatile property, reaction of it, dehydrating property, then oxidizing property and acidic property of sulfuric acid learn properly, along with its states with barium chloride, where you get a white property of barium sulfate solution. Okay. Then comes is your organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, you have to learn IUPAC name, how to make structure to the name or name to the structure. Both will come for sure. And in the preparation of alkane, you learn about decarboxylation reaction, how we prepare alkane, and chlorination reaction of methane. In alkene, you learn about the preparation of alkene from alcohol through dehydration and from alkyl halide through dehydrohalogenation, and learn its addition reaction like chlorination, hydrogenation, and bromination, and its use. And in the case of alkyne, that is, you have to learn about preparation of ethyne through calcium carbide, which is very important. Along with that, you learn its preparation through dehydrohalogenation. For example, from 1,2 dibromoethane to ethyne. In property, you just learn hydrogenation reaction of alkyne and bromination reaction. Question will be based on that. In carboxylic acid, learn why acetic acid is called glacial acetic acid and the vinegar is another name of acetic acid. And do remember its property. And property of your acetic acid is similar like acid because it is also acid. And apart from that, you should learn esterification reaction, the test for carboxylic acid group, esterification reaction, remember. Now in the alcohol portion, you learn the preparation of alcohol from alkyl halide by using aqueous KOH. And do remember when we use aqueous KOH and alcoholic KOH. Okay, in alkyl halide, if you put aqueous KOH, you get alcohol, but in alkyl halide, again, if you put alcoholic KOH, you get alkene. So learn that difference properly. Then a reaction of ethyl alcohol with sodium, where ethyl alcohol shows acidic property. So these are the important questions from all the chapters I have said you. Now you can go through it, and it's not that you have to finish everything in one day. Today you do some, tomorrow you do some, and try to manage those all. So if I have missed some, I'm sorry for it, but I tried to recall everything, and I have said, I think I have given you all the information of all the chapters, what are importance. So all the best for your upcoming ICSE board exam chemistry, and I hope everyone will do well. Thank you. Bye.